Welcome everybody to another tips and tricks tutorial using Evoto. This is actually going to be more of an advanced tutorial because we're not just going to be using Evoto. A lot of people like to take their finished Evoto photos and then continue to finish them off in other programs, such as Photoshop and Lightroom. With this picture here, I'm actually going to be using Photoshop to finish it. What I've done is I've done my full edit with Evoto and I've exported the photo. Now I want to open the photo with Photoshop. This is the photo open in Photoshop. What you can see here, if I zoom in on this photo, a lot of skin issues, some hair issues up here that I needed to fix, a little issue in the lip, some issues with the clothing area, and this is actually a stool, some issues there. And we're going to take this photo and we're going to go ahead and finish off the edit. I actually have what I've done in Photoshop already done here. That's right here. So now what you can see is how I did the skin, fixed some hair up here. I fixed the color on the bottom. And after doing that, I thought I was done with my edit. And then I realized something. I took a look up here in the hairline. I noticed the fill hair part line in Evoto really fixes this area really well. And I had forgotten to do that. But because I've already done so much work in Photoshop afterwards, I don't want to go ahead and have to start all over again. So how can I fix this? What you're going to do is you're going to go back to Evoto and you're going to do the fill hair part line. Let's say I'm going to bring this up to about 50%. You can see the difference here. What you're going to do now is you're going to export the photo again. It doesn't cost you any extra credits to export the photo again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open Photoshop again. You want to make sure that your photo is within these boundary lines. You don't want to have it zoomed in. You can have it zoomed out, but you want to have it within the lines. I like to hit Command 0. I'm not sure what the shortcut is on PC, and that will keep this photo within the boundaries and zoomed in as much as I can. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the new photo that you exported and you're just going to drop it right on top. It's going to come in as another layer. With that, you want to add a layer mask. With this layer mask here, you want to invert the layer mask. On Mac, it's Control-I. I'm not sure what the control button is on a PC. Once this layer mask is inverted, you could see this went back. The reason you want to invert the mask, even though the hair is fixed, if you look, we're back to the Evoto file. That's the one that had all the errors. So by inverting the mask, you're going to hide it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to grab a white brush because this is a black mask. You want the opposite color, a white brush. You're just going to come up here where the issue is, and you're just going to paint that right in. Now this is the work Evoto did for you. And here you can see, let me show you, the before and after. We've used the second edit from Evoto, the second export, to fix this file. And as I was doing that, I noticed something else. I forgot to do the eye makeup that I like with Evoto. So what can we do? We can go back to Evoto again. I like to use the eyeliner. Pick an eyeliner. I like to do the eyelashes. Pick some eyelashes here. Turn them up to 100 and you can see the difference here in the eyes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this again and we're going to go through those same steps. We're going to open Photoshop. We're going to take the new one with the makeup and the eyelashes done. We're going to drop it right on top. Again, we're going to add a mask. Invert the mask. Now what we're going to do is paint in this area. Again, a white brush. Watch this magic here. This is the work that Evoto did for us. There's your before and after. And then I thought I was done. No, I wasn't done. I noticed that this eye here seems to be a little tilted compared to this eye. I kind of want this to go up a little bit. Well, guess what? Evoto has that function as well. Let's go back to Evoto. We're going to go under the facial reshape, and we're going to look at the eyes. What I want you to notice here is that these by default are locked to each other. So if I tilt the eyes, they're both going to tilt. But we just want to tilt the left eye. So here we're going to unlock this so that they're no longer connected. And I'm just going to tilt the left eye. Say about 33%. Again, export the file. Open Photoshop. Take that new photo, put it right on top. We're going to add a mask. Again, we're going to invert the mask. Grab a white brush. Now we're just going to paint over this left eye. And here's the before and the after. Once you have all this done here, I want to show you a little trick. Hit Shift, Option, Command, and E for everything. That's going to make a layer copy of all these corrections here. Now by holding Option and clicking on this bottom background layer, you can see the full before, and here's the after. Click on it back and forth. Now we have a full stamp layer, and now we can go back to continuing what we had already started with Photoshop. I wasn't fully done. I noticed a couple little details here. Eyelashes coming out. She's a little remove to do it. Just little details like that. Little spot here. Some of these actually came back in with the Evoto file on top. So once we fix that, we've got our finished product. Again, here's your before and after. I exported 4 times with Evoto to get this one picture, and I can do it more if I wanted to. Now you could do this with many things within Evoto. Things that maybe you forgot. Once I actually forgot to clean up my backdrop. So I went to Evoto, I cleaned up my backdrop, and I just painted in the new backdrop. Later on, I'm going to share some other tips and tricks similar to this using Photoshop that allow you to really maximize your Evoto experience. Until then, get out and shoot and make some amazing art. My name's Adam. You can follow me on Instagram at adamd.photo. Take care till next time. Bye-bye.